Hi guys, welcome back to the Koliwe Cooks channel. My name is Koliwe and I'm your neighborhood home cook who loves to share her recipes. First things first, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel. Click the subscribe button, also the notification bell so that you know every single time I upload new videos. This video is part of our newly established dessert playlist. I am making lemon cupcakes with blueberry frosting. This is an American style buttercream, but I am pretty sure you will love this recipe. Thank you guys for coming back, and thank you again guys for the amazing reception to last week's video, which was the baked cheesecake recipe. If you haven't seen that recipe, go on to the last recipe I uploaded on the same playlist, which would be the white chocolate cheesecake. Guys, without wasting any more time, let's get into this video. Okay guys, so the first thing we're gonna do today is just get these blueberries in here. I want to measure them for you so you can see. It's about a cup of blueberries. I have washed them. Yeah, so you see, so it's about half a cup because it's like so that's 100 grams and it's basically very close to 125 grams of blueberries. Yeah, half a cup. So half a cup of blueberries go into a pot. There we go. Just gonna turn this on. Okay, let me put it on like medium heat. To that, we're gonna add like a tablespoon of water and a tablespoon of sugar. So we're trying to make a reduction of these blueberries. Actually, I'm gonna put it on all the way low heat. Yeah, my heat is all the way low. Ooh, the color's coming, y'all. Oh my gosh, I get really excited. Like, I get really excited because, you know, as you wait, you do get like kind of anxious, like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? So once you start seeing the color, the heat is on low, then I'll start just smashing these all over so that you get like the juice out of them. So you see why it's important to have the low heat. I'm happy with that. I am going to switch off our stove. Stove is switched off. So you're going to try and strain as much liquid out of it as possible. So guys, there we have it. Our beautiful sauce ready for the next couple of steps. I'm gonna set this aside. It's gonna just cool down and then we just move on with everything else. Okay guys, so the very next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna create a flavored sugar that's gonna go into our dry ingredients. It's very important because we're making lemon cupcakes to impart as much lemon flavor as possible. And the best way to do that is obviously through the lemon zest. The lemon zest has the most actual flavor of lemon. The inside, the juice just has, I would say, the tanginess, the taste of lemon, but the flavor is definitely out of this. And so I am going to zest 2 lemons using my normal grater, just the small bit part of it, and I'm making it lie down so that it captures the zest at the bottom before I transfer it onto my sugar. So let me do that quickly. When you're zesting lemon, please be very careful not to get the pith, which is the white part of it, because the pith is bitter. See that it's a lot of lemon zest. I'm gonna just transfer it now to the little blender. And there we go. You'll see I'll try to pulse this because I'm not trying to make powdered sugar. I'm just trying to mix them up quickly. So my blender's on. I love how our sugar is changing color already. See that? Oh my gosh. That sugar looks incredible. Now let's set everything aside, and this is the wet mixture that I'm mixing with the lemon sugar. So the 2 lemons that I zested just now, I am going to juice them now. They're gonna go into this recipe. So when I'm juicing lemons, I am of the school of thought that it should be quarters. I just realized quarters juice so much easier for me than halves. I juice in a separate container or whatever before putting into the main dish. We've got our lemon juice. I would say that's about 1/8 of a cup, but 2 lemons will do. Here's our sugar with lemon zest, 1 large egg, an 1/8 of a cup of milk, a 1/4 of a cup of sour cream, and then our lemon juice. Last thing to go in is butter. Oof. Guys, this recipe is one of the simplest recipes, but when I tell you how delicious it is, I'm one person, especially in summer, I feel like the desserts we have should be quite, fresh. Yeah, that's it. So the wet ingredients are done. I'm gonna set those aside. Let's put together our dry ingredients. I've mixed my wet ingredients as you've seen. Now we're gonna quickly mix our dry ingredients, very few of them, but there's some important little tricks that we need to do quickly to just get that out of the way as well. So first things first, these are 3/4 of a cup of flour. This is 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. I'm sifting everything, and this is basically half of the baking powder, which is 1/8 of a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. Also goes in. You'll see I'm not adding salt to any of this, and the only reason is the fact that I mostly use salted butter. A lot of bakers frown on it because obviously it doesn't have a specific measuring of salt in it, but I love buying multi-purpose things. So buying salted butter for me just means that I can use it in my regular cooking, not just baking as well. So that's why you'll see I don't have any salt in my measurements. So the purpose of sifting ingredients for baking is to ensure that there aren't any clumps, because with flour and baking powder, as it sits in packaging, sometimes will be clumps on there, and you don't want any of that when you're making whatever it is that you're making. These are basically the clumps that we got on the sieve when we were sifting the reduced blueberries. So I didn't want to waste these, and I thought it'd be really nice in, you know, in the actual cupcake batter. So first things first, whenever you're adding fruit or anything like that that's quite heavier than what the batter will be, you add a little bit of flour to it. This just makes sure that when it gets into the batter, it doesn't sink all the way to the bottom. It distributes correctly. I'll put it aside. And this is us now putting everything together. Wet ingredients. Dry ingredients go in. I'm so happy with that, guys. If you can see the speckles of the lemon zest in there, it's incredible. I'm so proud of myself. And then let's add our blueberry husks in here. I think I'm actually going to use that spoon and not the whisk anymore. Because now it's just a mixing, it's a matter of mixing everything through. And the blueberries are starting to like bleed into the batter. So I want to say I'm done because I don't want them to bleed now. We have our batter ready. We mix the wet ingredients we mixed earlier, and then we put together with the 1/4 of a cup of flour, the 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder, and the 1/8 of a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. Then we just mix it through, and we sifted everything into this mixture. Also, we then added the husks that we sifted earlier from the reduced blueberries. We use the husks in here just, you know, to make it interesting and just to tie in with the frosting, because these are lemon flavored cupcakes, but the husks then just bring in a little bit of texture and just tie in our cupcake to actually the frosting that we are going to make. I actually didn't have any cupcake molds, so I'm using muffin molds, but the important thing is just to fill it all the way up. Whatever remains, we can just have extra cupcakes, it's fine, but this recipe is for 6. I just use the second spoon to help me. Oh, see, I didn't want that. There's always a stupid thing like that happens, unfortunately. You see, so most people will just throw away those husks that we got the blueberry juice out of for our frosting, but I literally think it's a waste. Look at how amazing this looks, and it's crazy because we removed literally most of the juice out of this, but there was still some blueberry flesh in there, and that's why we're able to get this. So don't play yourself, don't throw them away, use them in your cupcake mixture. And I just think in other things as well. I have preheated my oven to 190 degrees. Our cupcakes are gonna go in now. It's gonna be at this 190 degrees now, but we're going to turn it down to about 170 after 5 minutes. The initial really hot stage is just to get it to go up very quickly, and then we want to cook it on a lower heat for the rest of the time, about 12 or 10 to 12 minutes. So as you can see, the settings are on bake and 190 degrees, and you'll see I'll turn on the timer as well. Always make sure. So here it goes. Here are our cupcakes. And as mentioned, 5 minutes. So 5 initial minutes are at 190 degrees. Let's see what happens. We are finally in the exciting stage of cupcake making, and that is the frosting. I have 1/4 cup of butter. I have a cup of icing sugar. I have some lemon juice. So this is the juice of a whole lemon, but I will add little by little just to taste and see what I feel like. I also have the reduction of the blueberries that we made earlier, and then lemon zest. This is the zest of the whole lemon. I'm going to add this whole thing in here. Okay, so whenever you're making buttercream, you first just cream the butter on its own before adding everything else. So there we go. So this is 1 cup of icing sugar. I'll add that right in there. I'll start with like half of that and then whip it up quickly. Actually, while I do half of the icing sugar, I'll also do the whole of my zest. Looking really good. I will add a tablespoon of lemon and basically the rest of the sugar. I'm gonna stir that in before whipping it, because as you can see, there's a cloud of sugar around me. I inhale and I'm literally tasting sweet, and I don't like that. So what I've realized is that you can actually just do this quickly. You see, now there's no more like dust. Normal like sandwich bag as my packing bag. Our cupcakes have cooled down really nicely. I'm just gonna pop them on here quickly because now we are going to just ice them. This is our frosting that we made, colored naturally by the blueberries. I'm using a sandwich bag, of course. Guys, frosting without like a bag is the ghetto. We've come to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I am going to taste one of these babies, but I think before even tasting it, let's just have a look at that. How beautiful. So you guys know how one should eat a cupcake, right? You break the bottom, which has those nice speckles of the blueberry, and you eat it like a sandwich. Oh my God. This tastes amazing, guys. Lemon and blueberry are crazy together. This is so good. Like, this is so good. Oh my God. I wish it looked better. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment down below. And until next time, love and light to you all.